Good morning to everybody. It's Sunday here. We're just doing a quick filming. I picked up a number of really cool key coins. I picked up 5 really cool coins on Friday, and I thought I'd share them with you, show you what they are, show you the diagnostics, what to look for. 3 of them are the classics. They're all really cool. We'll start with the least expensive one. This is a Hawaiian issue. This is the 1847. Do you want this light?
Yeah. It's hard to show, guys. Oh, there he goes. It's hard to show coppers on the screen. But
If I hold it.
no, it was good.
This is the 1847 penny. It's in the, I've got it in here. This is the large red book that gives you more detail. Mintage of 100,000. It shows in here AU at 800. It's not that kind of money, but it is right around where I've got it. And I've seen higher numbers on. It's PCGS graded, AU 50. The Hawaiian, that's a pretty cool coin. This person has another Hawaiian that's a very expensive issued one. We're negotiating that one. We'll see about that. But that was the Hawaiian. That's the only odd one out. Let's start with the ones that are already sold. The 1955 the 1937D double die, oh God, okay.
3-legged buffalo.
The 1937D three-legged, I got too many varieties in my head. Here's a 3-legged buffalo. Very famous. 3-legged buffalo, NGC, AU 55. This one is not available. This one is sold.
If you notice, guys, it's the front missing leg right there.
Well, here you go. Here it is in big pictures. The diagnostic, of course, is the leg missing with just a hoof. And the diagnostics you're looking for, the back leg looks skeleton. The back leg on this skeleton looking is what they call it. And then it looks like the buffalo is going to the bathroom. And it's the other picture they don't show you is on the obverse. The side of the cheek of the Indian looks like it's got smallpox.
So let's zoom in on that back leg, see if we can show the skeleton. Look, see how it looks like a skeleton there, guys.
Those are diagnostics you're looking for.
So like
the back leg, that look, and then the neck. But this one's certified, and it meets all the criteria. But this is a really cool variety. It's not a need to have in a book. A lot of books have it in there. But technically the 3-legged buff is a variety. And that happened because in the middle of the Depression, you were not replacing the dies. You kept that die going until it shattered. And on the reverse, you could have, this could have been a die from 36 going into 37D, and they just kept using it, and they kept polishing it, and they basically polished off one of the legs. And that's why it's called a 3-legged, very famous. This is the first, this isn't the one, but this was one of the first key coins I bought. I was about 19, back in 74, I was 19 or 20. Early summer, I would have been 19. And I remember I paid $50 for this coin in 1974. I think it was a VF, but this was one of the first odd coins I bought, the 3-legged. And now I don't see many. This is the first one I've had this year. The first 3-legged I've had this year. Then we'll go on to another classic coin. This is the 55 double die. Very famous. Speaks for itself. Well, this one is in-your-face doubling. Not to be confused with the poor man's double die.
See if I can try to get it somewhat of an angle. It looks blurry because
well, here's the big picture of it too.
We'll get you a big picture of it, guys. Show you a big picture. It's kind of hard to show through this one's not for sale either. This one's been sold as well.
That's already sold.
But here's a
We
better
make a
thing.
phone call, somebody calls us at the right time. That's what it looks like. Now, the poor man's double die, the 1, 9, and 5 look normal, and the second 5 has a slight doubling to it. I've had rolls of those. Some people just slip that in for the double die. Well, the difference is this coin is $2 uncirculated or $4 uncirculated, and this coin is multiple thousands.
So there's doubling on the Liberty and God We Trust as well. So almost everything's on the front of this thing is doubled. It's really cool. There you go.
That's
a
the
good
55 double die classic. I think I read somewhere they think about 20,000 were made. About 20,000 were estimated to have been made. I don't know. You know, when you say 20,000, they started looking for this coin very early in the 50s. And they've been making doubles. They've been making copies of this coin since the late 50s. So you see a lot of copies there. You really got to be careful with the 55 double die. You just got to be careful. You know, it's just like the 1909 VDB. They all made copies. This is only the third one I think I've ever owned in a store. And I insist on them being certified. I just do. You don't want to make a $2,000 mistake. But this is a really cool coin. I was half thinking of keeping it, but I'm not a copper collector. That's just who I am.
It's going to a good home.
Going to a good home. And it's already paid for.
Yeah, so thank you for letting us borrow that coin to show everybody.
Then we have the classic, famous coin, the 1909 SVDB. This all came from the same source. Here's your 1909 SVDB. This is what they call a soapbox holder. This is the one of the first generations. That's like 1980s.
Guys, and this one is for sale.
That one is available.
Just gonna get you a little better on you guys. Hold on a second. Like I said, coppers are the hardest thing to ever film, guys, so I apologize. It's somewhere in... There you go. There you can see the VDB-ish outline at the bottom. Good looking coin. And this one, like I said, is for sale. If anyone needs to put in their collection.
You can even break this out, throw it in your book. I mean, this is at a price where it's not multiple thousands. We're asking $9.99. And that's in store. We can work on numbers. But this is the 1909 SVDB. It's real, it's certified. Same, as I said, the same source as the others. You're looking for, you know, different positionings, but this tells you the real deal. Just a cool coin, a classic coin. Would fit in any kind of set if you don't have them certified. My idea is to throw an 09 in there backwards and just tell them, look to the back, and you have this somewhere available in a pocket in a book. Because you want to really, in a way, you want to keep it certified. But it's not an unk. An unk comes into the thousands. And the last of the coins I got, this coin is I believe it's undergraded. To me, this is a red. They're calling this red brown. It's a 31S. This is the key to the set. This is the 31S Lincoln Penny, 1931S key. I put PQ on it because I think I believe it's a red. I don't think it's a red brown. And in a red, it's a few $100s more. It's just a beautiful example.
Let's do this. Anyone that does collect coppers that would know, look at this really closely for us and give us your opinion in the comments about it. I'm with Guy on this. I think it's red. I don't see any brown, but maybe if there's somebody out there that really knows them a lot better than we do, let us know and tell us why they considered it that.
Well, you're getting, I mean, this is red-brown. This is a red-brown, actually. It's not a brown, it's a reddish brown. And it could be middles, but this is not middles. This coin is pretty much in your face, and I really see that as a red. But it's priced. Once again, these prices are in store. You know, these are transactions in store, or we compensate, or we get together on a number. But these are the keys I just picked up. We have had a crazy Thursday, Friday, and Saturday here. We're doing 20 transactions a day, buying and selling, both Thursday, Friday, and even yesterday. We haven't gotten out of here on time in the last 3 days. Even yesterday we were here late. I'm buying quite a bit of scrap gold from people. The markets, as you see, are they settled? I don't know. I got gold around 4,100. You got silver at 4,850. Let's see what Monday brings. Like I tell people, when you're selling, you bet your money and you take your chances. I'm going to sell some scrap gold probably Tuesday because I'm sitting on quite a bit, and I'm just taking some off the table. I'm keeping the bulk of it. I think that gold is going to keep going. I stick by my guns. I believe no matter what the big boys are doing, I think you're going to see gold at 5,000 by Christmas. And I think you're going to see silver at 60 by Christmas. Will there be step backs? Yeah. Once again, I hear all kinds of numbers. Somebody's saying 1 billion ounces. No, 1 trillion. 1 trillion ounces or $1 trillion worth of gold hit the market. Could have been. I don't think so, but $10 billion worth would change the markets too. I think they were getting caught short on the shorts. You shorted the market in gold to make a lot of money playing with other people's lives, and somebody got burned. I know one person went out of business. It was written up. They lost millions. They had to go bankrupt. Too many of the big boys, too many of the big banks had a lot of money invested shorting the market. Different brokerage houses. Well, get together with the rich people. You dump enough of it. You drop the price $250. You covered your shorts and you'll buy in later. Meanwhile, in between, you make tens of millions of dollars, maybe 100 million, maybe 200 million. It's a big game, but many of us are in it for the long run. It's another way of diversifying, have a little bit in everything. I like gold. I keep buying gold. They can only play so long. There's an article, if you bring it up on a COMEX. COMEX is 150 million ounces short on silver. They're short 150 million ounces. This is like, I'm not an advocate of Bitcoin. To me, Bitcoin is smoke in the wind. It's buying a bridge. Eventually, I'm afraid there's going to be a price to pay. But the same thing when you're buying on the COMEX and you're buying ETFs. People are selling 1,000 ounces of gold, 10,000 ounces of silver, and they do not have the physical metal. 150 million ounces of silver. Some people out there saying, hey, I want you to send me my 5,000 ounces of silver. Same idea goes with gold. In that case, maybe it's 500 ounces, but whatever it may be, I want my physical. They're starting to call in the physicals. That's why they're short 150 million ounces. In my world, if you're short 150 million ounces, how are you going to cover that? You're going to have to buy more, and I think that's going to raise the price. I'm holding tight. We can't keep 999, even 90%. We're selling everything. As it comes in, it sells. I mean, I don't think I have 30 ounces of 999 right now. I don't have much 999. We got a few hundred face and 90%. I have one gold Cougaran. There's most of my inventory, but we're rare coin dealers. Once again, we buy and sell this kind of stuff. If you need a 1915 penny for a set in very fine or extra fine, the bullion dealers are not going to have that. We're going to have that. We're mostly for the average coin collector, the guy doing this 40, 50 years. I mean, those people who are sexy and deal in hundreds of thousands of dollars, good for them. But we're going to be here. You walk into my stores, many people have commented, you're looking at an 800 square foot showroom with 110 feet of shelving full of coins. We've got all kinds of stuff. We have a whole case just in commemoratives. We have a case of ancients, a case of foreign. Each area has its own types of coins. We've even got quite a bit of paper money. We picked up some paper money recently. Maybe we can show this, Nate.
Yeah, I'll show them this money.
Watch this magic. Dee-dee. Look, we're putting out gold backs from different states. I picked up a couple of Hawaiian, $10. You don't see them. Those are 2 Hawaiian 10s. No, those are not Hawaiian. I'm sorry.
North Africans.
North Africa.
Let's show those off.
There's a couple of North African. It's a North African one. I don't see 10s, very rarely. Couple of North African 10s. We've got gold backs from 7 different states if you need some. Once again, the holidays are coming. Halloween is on Friday. And then we've even picked up some more nationals. We've got a half a dozen pretty nationals. Yep. I got an educational down there. We got a Black Eagle. We have the horse blanket, and then I got a 10, gold certificate 10, large. We don't have a huge amount of paper. We got some, and we're willing to sell it. As I said, the markets are in flux. Every day gives you a little agita, but it's, I love the game. You'll be hearing more. We're going to do a video, I think, on Thursday. We'll do a video on another area of coins, like exnomia tokens, the ancient coins, the world coins, Civil War tokens, all that odd stuff. We can just do 20 minutes on that and tell you how the week has gone. God bless America, greatest country in the world. Thank you.